Hey, anytime you can come on the road in this conference and get a big win, it's always special, and you got to celebrate those. And we talked in our locker room. They talked in their locker room about it just being a 50-50 game, and that was kind of motivation for our locker room and motivation about who we want to be and how we want to go out and play the game. A lot of people worry about having 16 days off, coming out and starting sluggish. I wasn't concerned about that because the way we prepared, the way we go about our practice, and the eagerness we had to get out here and play the game and go between the lines. And the offense, they'd heard they were a tempo team, and they kind of finessed and just throw the ball around. Yeah, we're a tempo team, but we're also going to line down. One of the ESPN guys asked me earlier in the week, what is really our culture? And our culture starts up front, offensive line, defensive line. And it's about being able to run the football. We ran the football for 300 yards. And every Tuesday in practice, we start out perimeter drill, those guys blocking on the perimeter. And then every Wednesday in practice, we have inside run. And I think offensive line being able to run the football and defensive line being able to stop the run will help you win football games in this conference, and it certainly did today.
To run for 358 yards, it takes everybody. So is that just a sign of everybody buying into that process?
You sound just like our players, Steven. It takes everybody, and I think it does. Not just the O line up blocking up front, but the perimeter guys. I mean, you got some crack arcs going on out wide. Caton's doing a good job of reading those things, pulling it when it's there. You get Mike Wright in there, breaks loose for a touchdown. So several people get the ball in their hands and they're involved there. But I think it's also the blocking that's huge for me, and that's kind of what I highlight is those guys blocking down the field and making the big play squirt. And I think that's the effort we've talked about all season long is just getting that extra effort to make those plays be explosive plays, and you see that tonight.
Just talk about blocking. Just how much has offensive line came along since that first half of Raleigh?
I think tremendous. It's starting to get a little groove there. Got kind of 5 guys. Still got Bryce out, but you got 5 guys that are giving great effort and playing together. And sometimes that helps. When you get just some continuity there. Early in the season, we're trying to rotate some guys and keep them fresh. And then once you find the right crew in there and get them together, that helps out. And then, it's game 1 of a 5-game stretch here, so we got a lot of work to do, and certainly got a big one next weekend for homecoming.
Talked about on Monday, you got to attack on all 3 levels. When you get that 4th and 1, is it even a question? Like Anderson and Ryan?
No, as soon as they gave me the option, whether we're going to tack it on the end of the punter, make or punt it again, I knew exactly what we were going to do. And we punted one time in the first half. I knew it was there. We kind of talked about it at halftime and flipped the call there. And they gave us a look, and to the offense's credit, we got the fake punt, and then they go make it count. And I think if you get the fake punt and you end up punting again, it does no good. But the fact you can go stick that thing in the box, it really kind of takes the other team's momentum and any juice they might have on that sideline. I think Evan Simon and their offensive coordinator Tyler does a great job of just ball control, taking care of the football. He hadn't turned the ball over all year. We get a pick. Probably should have had a couple more. I think Jordy missed one. I think Teagan missed one there in the second half. But we had the turnover down here, and that led to 7. And then we let a couple runs out that led to 7 more. And we just need to buckle down. And I think we did that in the second half. And Coach Aldridge, those defensive coaches are doing a great job of keeping those guys locked in. And it's not just about one guy, or one level, or any of that. It's taking a group effort over there, and just really proud of that defense.
You talked about Jordy, a guy who maybe last week or 2 weeks ago may not have had the game that he wanted, stepped up big, had a huge tackle on the outside to save a touchdown run. What did you like out of his performance?
Yeah, I think Jordy's starting to play better and play up to his expectations that he has for himself and that we have for him. And we see him getting better and better every week, and he's making this team a priority, and you saw that today.
November, you want to make it in November. Remember,
yeah.
You win the first one, obviously.
That's it. It's one game at a time, one day at a time, one play at a time. But that's the first, certainly a way to get one under your belt and get started with it. But that is the mindset. Hey, we talked about it this week. If we weren't playing football, if we weren't coaching or whatever, what would we be doing? And it's like you have to sit and really think about that, because there's not a lot of other things you love as much as this sport and this game and getting to be with each other in the locker room. And that at some point it's going to come to an end. So why not pour everything we have into it? And then the other thing we talked about this week is all that hard work paying off, and it certainly did today.
Coach Ryan was a 2,500-yard rusher at John Paul. Just how much does that athleticism really show on the defensive side of the ball?
He's old 7-man football. He has gotten better. Like every single week, you've seen him grow since last spring when he came from Towson. And, just certainly happy to have a local guy, Pitt County, Greenville guy, making plays, not only defensively but special teams, and just doing a great job of getting, meaningful snaps and getting better every single week and playing in the backfield. So it's excited for him.
So you guys earlier in the week you said you guys needed to play your best ball right now, especially at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Doing this and hearing a tough crowd, tough environment like this on the road.
Yeah.
That kind of play into what you were
Yeah,
saying?
we talk about games in September and October are certainly important, but the most important games are in November. And coming on the road, you know your challenges here. It's got a beautiful stadium, beautiful place. Sometimes it may not have the same energy that you have in Dowdy, but you got to make it about us and our energy and our effort and our edge and how we play the game. And we certainly did that today. So, and the next week we got to turn around. I mean, it's a homecoming game. It's a big game, but it's a big game because of our opponent. You know, we have a countdown in there to who we play each week. We also have a countdown to these guys, so we got to make sure we're ready to take care of business. It's about us, and we'll talk about them and prepare for them. But we'll talk about how we want to play the game and how we want to play with great effort and energy and execute at a high level. Make sure we're playing our best ball next Saturday.
You guys got 6 one-loss teams in this conference heading to the final third of the season. I mean, how do you keep those guys? Obviously, you've got to be amped up for the opportunity of a conference championship game, but how do you keep those guys just level-headed from week to week?
Yeah, we don't really talk about what could be at the end of November. We talk about what's in front of us. I think everybody knows what could happen if you just take care of business. But again, it's one play at a time, one game at a time, one day at a time. So that's our mindset. You know, focus on the process, not necessarily the outcome. And our guys have done a great job of doing that for the past year.
Ryan, we know you were a high school runabout, man, so take me through getting the ball back in your hands again.
Getting the ball back. I've been asking for to get the ball, and it just felt good to get the first down, do my job for my team, and move that ball. That's all I was trying to do. In my head, I was just like, hold on to the ball. That's all I did, and that was excitement, and it felt good to have everybody around. And I'm glad we got the win. So
You practice often that play? You guys line it up like that in practice? Yeah.
we running a good bit. We running a good little bit. Yeah. It felt good to finally get to run it. Everybody, we love when we get the call. Now we finally got the call and ran it. So yeah.
Ryan, just before that play, you had a big tackle, and the pump before that. Just what was your emotions like running right there?
Before the play, I looked at the sideline. I told myself, I'm an athlete. I can make a tackle on the field. And then we got back, got the penalty, and we got to move the ball up. So I was like, oh shoot, let's go get it. Let's go get the first down now. And we got the first down in my head. I was just like, get the first down, hold on to the ball. Like I said, only thing was running through my mind. Only thing I did.
You guys shut him out. Through the last couple of quarters, even in the
That's just.
what does that do for you guys?
That's just the work ethic of the defense shutting them out. Coach Aldridge pushes and hold us to a standard every day, and we lived up to that standard. So you can't. That's what we expect. That's what the coaches expect from us. That's Coach Harrell expect from us. Defense. That's what we expect from each other. So shut them out. That's what we want to do every time. So we did it. Yeah.
On the fake, did you know 100% you were going to run the fake, or was it based upon the look they gave y'all pre-snap?
Just wherever Coach Harrell said go, that's what go.
You guys have been no stranger to those trick plays. How enjoyable has it been just kind of having that variety to be able to call those kind of whenever you guys have needed to?
It's fun. I mean, love it. Everybody love it. It's excitement. It brings excitement, and it's huge momentum shift. And like you said, that shifted the momentum. We went down and scored after that, so it was a big thing.
They got you on that one drive for the running game. What adjustments did y'all make after that? Really just shut it down.
We just said we got to keep playing ball, keep our head up, keep playing ball, and not give up, and know that we still some dogs and we still can go make plays, and that's really what it was.
Running, you return back to your home state, getting the end zone. What was that like?
It was good scoring for my family, being home, in Pennsylvania. So it felt good, obviously it's cold. It's colder than East Carolina, so I got used to it. But
how much family do you have?
I think I had 20 people here from home. It was good. It's good to see them. I'm gonna see them after this, but it's good to see them again.
What do you guys do well in practice to try to put these performances
It starts up front. You always say that with the online. They just got to push it tonight, and they had opened up opportunities for me and the other running backs in the room. So we just want to start fast. That's what we always say in practice. Physical. They're not gonna out physical us. So yeah, we did that tonight.
There was a series. I don't know if you were or not, but y'all ran out 11, 12 straight times. What does that say about this offense? How versatile it can be?
I mean, if we need to go down the field and run it the whole time, that we will do that. If we need to throw it the whole time, if we need to mix it, we'll do anything to get the job done. So, 11, 12, that's a lot, but we'll do it.
TJ had the fumble earlier, but he bounces back. Just what do you say to him in that moment, and how good was it seeing him?
I just told him to keep his head up. It's not the end of the world. We still got some quarters to play and all that. So he got his head back up. He obviously went back in there and did his thing. So that's why I was telling him that.
What was it like to watch the fake punt from the sidelines?
I told Ryan he might be a running back after that. He was moving, but it was cool to see that.
Speaking of Ryan, you're for 2,500 yards in high
Can you talk about that?
Nah, but that's a lot though. I ain't gonna lie.
You guys got 6 one-loss teams.
Go London, Montgomery!
No,
Extra last!
no, what are y'all doing? Hey, nah, that's funny, man. They goofy.
You guys have 6 one-loss teams in this conference. Still a lot to play for this final month of the season. How do you guys keep level-headed, knowing that it's just a week thing right now for you guys?
We just gotta take it week by week. We can't focus on anything else right now or anybody else. But we just gotta focus on us. Like you said, there's a lot of 6-1 teams, but we're just gonna keep pushing forward and focus on us because that's all that matters. Yeah, we're doing fantastic. Yeah, yeah. I'm really confident about the offense. Because every week, we tell ourselves we didn't play our best game yet because we see it in practice. We want to take it to the games, and we just know that we could be doing the things that we do in practice. So we just got to keep training and stuff like that. And we're gonna try to beat the stat line next week. So yeah.
One of the guys behind you right there cheering was Mike. Got him a touchdown today. How much fun is it to play with a guy like that?
I mean, he's very versatile as you've seen. He's playing on both sides of the ball. He's long and everything. So the defense, he's definitely fantastic. But he's definitely a leader. He's a good guy to be around. He's definitely a good person.
Darius, run for 358 as a team, as an offensive lineman. How does it make you feel?
I mean, that's huge. That's a big number, and I've never been a part of a team that's done that. So it's a lot. It's big. It's big for sure.
Coach Harrell talked about coming in I don't know if they gave y'all the rap of being a finesse team. Did y'all kind of take that personally? You wanted to make a statement today?
Yeah, no, it was definitely a statement game for sure. I'm not going to speak on whatever comments are made. I don't really care about that, to be honest, and neither does our team. But we were really just focused on our opponent and doing what we did today, and we did that, and that was the goal complete.
You guys run it 12 times in a row. How does that feel?
Yeah, it gets tiring. I won't lie, because we run tempo offense, so we're getting on the ball quick. But as much as we're getting tired, the defense is getting twice as tired. So by the end of a drive, you see what happens and starts to get easier and easier as we go.
Darius, just talk about the growth in this offensive line. From the first half of Raleigh to didn't really have a great game there until now you're putting up 300 plus yards.
Yeah, it's been huge, 100%. A testament to our coach, Coach Maddox and Coach McManus. Keeping us in tune with the process and just working every day to continue to improve, continue to sharpen our tools, and trust the process.
They are getting a lot of different backs involved too. Just how cool is that to have everybody? It kind of takes everybody to rush for that. So.
Yeah, 100%. Our backs had a huge game today. We're very proud of them, and to have a fresh back, every couple plays they hit the hole that much harder. They're able to break out in space, and it's huge, and you can tell. When after games like this, it's highly evident.